In a stone workshop overlooking the salt-sprayed Aegean, the architect Daedalus labored in secret. He was a man of logic and stone walls, but stone could no longer hold his spirit. Beside him, his son Icarus gathered the plumage of fallen gulls, his eyes fixed on the horizon. Their bond was forged in the silence of captivity. A father's weary wisdom guiding a son's boundless energy toward a desperate hope. Every feather was a prayer, every strand of thread a promise. Together they built the impossible wings that would defy the earth. As the final wing was secured, the air in the workshop grew still. The time for dreaming had passed. The time for flight had arrived. Daedalus knelt before his son, his face a mask of love and terror. Listen well, Icarus. The path to freedom is narrow and steep. Fly the middle course. Stay too low, and the sea's dampness will weigh you down. Fly too high, and the sun's heat will destroy you. They stood at the edge of the world, where the cliff met the sky. With a final glance at the earth, they stepped into the void. A rush of air, a beat of wings, and suddenly the ground fell away. They were no longer men. They were creatures of the wind. Over the sparkling blue waters and ancient, crumbling ruins they soared. The world below looked like a map of a life they'd left behind. For a time, there was only the rhythm of their wings and the taste of salt. Icarus felt a joy so sharp it was almost pain. But the boy's heart was too light for the middle course. He began to climb, drawn by the golden eye of the sun in the zenith. Daedalus called out, his voice a frantic whisper against the gale. But Icarus was deaf to the warnings, intoxicated by the light. Higher he flew into the sun's embrace. The wax, once solid, began to glisten and run, dripping like golden tears from the frame. The first feather drifted away, dancing in the updraft. Then another. The sky was taking back the gift it had granted the boy. The joy in Icarus's eyes vanished, replaced by the cold shadow of realization. The wings were failing. The sky was falling. With a final, desperate beat of ruined frames, he began his descent. A streak of white against the infinite blue, plummeting toward the sea. Daedalus screamed a name that the wind swallowed whole. He reached into the void, but his hands grasped only empty air. The sea, once a promise of escape, became a tomb. A small splash, a circle of foam, and the boy who touched the sun was gone. Only a few white feathers remained, bobbing gently on the tide. A father's dream had ended in the deepest blue. Daedalus flew on, his wings heavier than the stone walls of the labyrinth. He flew toward the horizon, forever haunted by the sky. The legend of Icarus lives on in every heart that dares to soar, a reminder of the beauty of the climb and the tragedy of the fall.